Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. You are tired. Maybe you should stop here now. Then you go and read up. Okay, you don't want to read up. All right, let's conclude this topic and discuss. You're welcome to today's lecture. We are still on the course Basic Dispensing Theory 1, BDT 152. We are still on the topic Suppositories and Pessaries, part 10. This is our 10th contact on this topic. And this will be our last contact on this topic. Yesterday we did some calculations and I explained how to determine the actual amount of the base you need for suppositories. And I started with waxy bases, right? Fatty bases. And we discussed a scenario where you have only one active ingredient, and also a scenario where we have more than one active ingredient. What else did we discuss on that fatty basis? Okay, where is a situation whereby the displacement value of the ingredient is less than 1, and when it's greater than 1, and we saw the implications, right? How it affects the weight of the suppositories with respect to the nominal weight of the mole. True or false? So we now went to the aqueous basis, and we used glycogelatin base as a point of contact. True or false? For our prayer warriors. Point of contact. Point of what? So we use it as a case study, right? So, and we were still battling with it before we were academically interrupted. And I had to do what? Stop. So we'll start from there today. And while we are solving, I noticed some discrepancies. So I was trying to have a rethink or a record of what we did. And I later discovered that there was an error there. But I was about to point it out before. Who said, oh, any problem? Okay, they are disturbing, right? Chai. How does he feel now? How does he feel when you are disturbed? This is how other people feel when you shout. Okay, you have changed. No, don't tell me you don't used to. If you say you've changed, I will accept that one. Have you changed? Have you truly changed? Let me talk to them so that they will stop making noise. Because Oziano. Bikon. Oh? Bikon. Oziano, Bikon. Oh? I don't like, help me now, beg them, please. Please. Now let's continue. I'll beg them, they've stopped making noise. Because you've changed, as you said. All right, so now, Basically, trying to correct that mistake. Basically, 1.2 gram of what? Glycogelatin base is equivalent to what? Of what? Theobroma or what? So let's just stop here. Let's use this conversion factor. When we are going to make use of this, I'll tell you, okay? When we're going to make use of this conversion factor. I was trying to, that yesterday I was trying to compare the density of glycogelatin base to that of what? With that of what? The theobroma oil. And I say that 1.2 gram of glycogelatin base has the same volume, occupy the same volume with what? 1 gram of what? Theobroma oil. And after finding their densities, we realized that actually glycogelatin base is denser. True or false? It's about 1.2 times heavier than what? Than what? Theobroma what? Oil. So what it means is that inside that the same mold, we hope you know that the mold has volume, right? Inside that the same mold, just as you have a tin, if you get a tin of peak milk, that tin one, not the powder one, right? And fill it with sawdust. Are we together? Fill a tin of a peak milk, the powder one, fill it with sawdust, or let's use sawdust or gari, anything. Fill it, then keep it. Get the same volume of the same peak milk, then fill it with sand. Do they have the same volume? Do they have the same volume? Some people are saying no. The same thing, nothing, the same thing. But one contains sawdust or gari, another one contains sand. Do they have the same volume? They have the same volume. They occupy the same volume. Sit up. That's not how to sit in class. They have the same volume, right? Good. But if you weigh them, would they have the same weight? Which one do you think will be heavier? But they occupy the same volume. That is how to check which, if you get two substances, how to check which one is heavier than what the other. Am I communicating? You compare their density, not just their mass alone. Am I communicating? Because the volume must be kept constant before you can say that this one is heavier than the other one. So now, glycogelatin base, 1.2 gram of glycogelatin base and 1 gram of theobroma oil, they have the same what? Volume. Their volume is the same thing, but the weight is not the same thing, meaning that this one is what? Heavier than what? This one. So this equivalence is with respect to having the same what? Volume. Am I communicating? So you cannot say that if you have, for this calculation now, remember I said that you need to do the calculation as if you are working with what? With what? Theobroma what? Oil. Because the DV you are using for that drug was actually calculated using what? Theobroma oil. That was the standard for that DV of the drug you are using. So if you do the normal calculation as if you are working with what? Theobroma what? Oil. But when you are done, you will now use this conversion factor to move it to what? Glyco what? Gelatin base, and get your what? Answer in glyco what? Gelatin what? Base. Am I communicating? Am I communicating? So that is what we are going to do. Someone should come and write. Who wrote yesterday? Who wants to write today? Who? I didn't say you should come. I said who wants to write? The person should come happily. Huh? Okay, this person. Okay. But it's not. I'm not with the person. Okay. Don't worry. Come and write. Don't worry. Come and write. There's a reason for that. Come. Ndo some material na question abiko. Yeah. A question one. Don't we also. One and who's on Deacon. I didn't whatever. No, there.
Ima isi 1.2 cat question then the second one.
Error.
Then the second one now.
I think I put it now. It's let's look at this question. Let's solve this question now. The question says, a pharmacist, are we together? Good. A pharmacist has to prepare 22 gram glycogelatin pessaries, each containing 150 milligram miconazole nitrates. The displacement value of miconazole nitrate is 1.6. Assume for ease of preparation that a pharmacist makes sufficient what for 25 pessaries. Did not say anything. Glycogelatin pessaries. They should come in contact with the vaginal fluid and do what? And melt. And melt. They come in contact with vaginal fluid and melt. Good, thank you. So please note these things, okay? Glycogelatin what? Pessaries. Now, and now this miconazole is antifungal. It's for fungal what? Infections. So this thing now, in your practical dispensing, sometimes you may ask questions. Some questions at the end of the thing, you will ask this preparation. What is it used for? Yes. Sometimes you don't want to. By the time you start a practical, you see one. You will ask each of the ingredients in the preparation what they are used for. Am I completing? What is their role in the what? The preparation. Okay. Miconazole is what? Antifungal. So probably they are treating fungal infection. True or false? Good. While they, of course, you know what the glycogelatin base is doing there now. Is the glycogelatin is the what? Is the base, right? Good. Right? All right. Now let's solve the question. Let's solve the question. All right. Solution. Ọgwụ akwe. Eche ma ọ na-akụziri anyị nwa. Ka mmadụ ma ma emecha kpọtọkụba aka. Okay, let's go. All right, so now listen carefully. The first thing we should put, hello. Please, one house, please. This DV of miconazole nitrate was actually calculated using, based on the standard, which is what? Theobroma oil. So we just follow the same process as if we are using what? Theobroma oil. After we now move it to what? Glycogelatin base and get our answer. Now, so here now, the pessary, one suppository contains 150 milligram miconazole. True or false? True or false? But remember, we are meant to prepare 20 what suppository, but we asked to put 5 extra as what? Overage. So we will calculate for what? 25 pessaries, right? Now, so let's go. So amount of miconazole nitrate for 25 pessaries is equal to what? 25 times what? 150 milligram is equal to what? Is equal to what? 3 watts? Are you sure? 3,750 watts. Move it to gram. 3.75 gram. Good. Now, we have moved to what gram. Now, this is the amount you need for what? 25 watt pessary. Now, remember, we do our assumption, right? If we are just formulating just only the what? Base alone, right? Right? So for the base alone, or for the glycogelatin, for theobroma what? Oil alone. So simply write for theobroma oil alone, right? We have what? Remember we have 25 of them, right? So we have What is the weight of the mold? 2 gram, right? So we have 25 times what? 2 gram, which is what? 50 gram. So we are assuming that the only thing we have in the mold is just what? It's just what? Theobroma what? Oil alone. Remember, we are just we are working with theobroma because of the DV of the what? After we go back to what? Brachygelatin base. Now let us now go over to the DV of what? Miconazole. So DV of miconazole is what? 1.6, which implies that what does it mean? That 1.6 gram of miconazole displaces okay, what do you mean of 1.6 there? Tell me. Good. What it means is that 1.6 gram. Sit down now. Okay, everybody. Wow. Why? Is it I? Is it wait now? I'm serious. And you are going here. What are you doing there? You should be sitting here now. Please, you should be sitting here. Please. Let's allow her to be sitting here, please. Are you serious? Wait now. Are you serious? No, please don't be sitting back. It's wrong. You should sit at the front. Now let's go. So what it means is that 1.6 gram of what? Niconazole nitrate will displace 1 gram of what? Theobroma oil. Agreed? Good. So remember that 1.6 gram of miconazole nitrate displaces what? 1 gram of what? Theobroma what? Oil. So this implies that 3 point what? 75 gram of what? Miconazole would displace what? X. So X is now equal to what? It's now equal to what? 3.75 gram times what? 1 gram. All over what? Now, this is what? 3.75 gram times what? 1 gram. All over what? So the answer is what? 2 point what? 3 what? 4 what? Gram. 2 point what? 3.4 gram. So what it means is that 3.75 gram of miconazole nitrate would displace 2.34 gram of what? Theobroma oil. Are we together? Now. Wonderful. We have calculated for we have done this what? Calculation. Is that what? So someone say what? Who? Okay, what is that? Can you see the board from there? Why would they understand when they can't even see the board? How would they understand? Can you not see the board? Hey. Okay, let me see. Can you see it now? Wait, oh, you are here, you cannot see. She says you can see. That how? How? Maria, how? How possible it is? Can I see it now? Are you sure? Alright, so now, what's the question? What's the question? Madam, can you take your class, yeah? Ah, see. My class, my class. What's on look where? Okay, it's clear now. So you have the issue. Okay. Now, so this is what the 3.75 gram of what Miconazole will displace what 2.34 gram of what theobromine what oil. Are we together? So we have calculated the amount of theobromine oil that will be displaced by this 3.75 gram. But the base you are working with is not theobromine oil. True of us is what? Glycogelatin base. So we will use that relationship to move this thing to what? Glycogelatin base. Is that clear? We use that relationship to move this to what? Glycogelatin base. Let's come over here. Remember we said that 1.2 gram of what? Glycogelatin base is equivalent to what? 1 gram of what? Theobromine what? Oil. So S gram of glycogelatin base will now be equivalent to 2.134 gram of what? Theobromine oil. So let's find this X. X is now equal to what? 1.2 gram times what? All over 1 gram. What's the answer? 2 point what? 2.8 what? 2.81 what? Gram. Is it clear? Is it clear now? 2.81 gram. 2 point what? Any issue? Okay, reflex action. 2 point what? 81 gram. Now, look up here. Look up here. Look at this place. Do you think there's something we can do here? Do you think there's something we can do here? Look up here. Do you think there's something we can do here? Tell me what you think. Do you think there's something we can do on that 2 gram? Look up. You say we prepare what? 2 gram of what? 2 gram glycogelatin pastry containing what? 150 gram of what? Miconazole what? Nitrates. Now, do you think that this thing there, this 2 gram there, do you think it's talking about theobromine oil or glycogelatin base? What do you think? Give me a chance. Tell me your thoughts. Ada, what do you think? Hope you know what you want to do. You now want to move over to what? The glycogelatin base. I have moved the amount displaced here. Look at it. What was the displaced here is just what? Theobromine what? Oil. But we move it to what? Glycogelatin base. So tell me what you think. Do you think this talks about this base here is theobromine oil or what is it called? Glycogelatin base. Huh? Glycogelatin base. Why is not theobromine oil? Huh? I dey so go I dey so cool. Just let's rub mind. What's that? Let's rub mind. See, I have my reason for asking this question. Okay, I'll tell you my reason for asking this question. So, what do you think? Just let's rub minds. What do you think? By the time we are done, you know the reason why I asked the question. My question is this: do you think we should multiply the 50 gram by 1.2? You said what? Do you say yes? Okay, okay. 1.2 gram.
Like just like it's since we converted this one. Also convert this one.
Who agree with him? Who agree with him? Did you hear what you said? Did you hear him? No. Oh, yeah, stand up and speak to the class. Okay, we are listening. Continue. Okay, I agree. Okay. Okay. Okay, now let's start this question. Now let's sit down. Everything you've been doing on suppository has always been based on what? Theobroma what? Oil. Most of these things you see all this while based on what? Theobroma what? Oil all the time. Now, because of emergence of all these other bases, now led to you start looking for things to move it back to what? This what? Basis. Am I communicating? Now here, everything here must be moved to what? Glyco what? Gelatin base. Am I communicating? Am I communicating? Shouldn't I say? Well, so here, if you multiply this by 1 point, it will give you what? This by 1.2 will give you what? Hope you know where the 1.2 came from. It's what? I don't hear. So can I clean this side? Yes. Okay. So we've worked on the ingredients, the drug itself, right? Then for the mold, if you are working with, note this thing down now. Note this thing down. If you are working with glycogelatin base and you see 1 gram mold is actually 1.2 gram mold. Are we together? Multiply by 1.2. I said if you are working with glycogelatin base and you are told 1 gram nominal mold, multiply by 1.2 before you can calculate for what? Glycogelatin base. Am I communicating? Then if you are working with 2 gram nominal mold, multiply by the same 1.2 to get what? 2.4 gram. Am I communicating? Hey. It's something now. Multiply this thing by 1 point. What's the answer? Multiply by 5 is what? I'm trying to tell you where you should, what it led to that multiplication. Am I communicating? Hey! So where do we start from now? Okay, one house, please, I said, if the base you are using is glycogelatin base, and you are given 1 gram nominal mole, 1 gram, or multiply whatever you are given by 1 point what? 2. Okay? So here now you have 22 2 gram. This you should multiply by what? 1.2. When you finish getting the displaced what? Base here. Also multiply here by what? 1.2 to move it to what? Glycogelatin base. The same way you multiply here by 1.2 to move it to what? Glycogelatin base. Just keep your glycogelatin base by the side. When you are done, multiply by what? 1.2. Am I communicating? Now, if you like, listen carefully. I want to do two things now. Hello? Are we together? I want to run this first thing now. If I run it finish, then I will do the whole thing and get the final answer. I'll multiply by what? 1.2. Let's see whether we get the same answer, okay? Okay. I'll multiply here by 1.2, right? As I have done there and do my thing. Keep the answer. Then solve till the end. I'll multiply my final answer by what? 1.2. Let's see whether we get the what? The same thing. Okay? Now, if you multiply, but why I want to split it so that you understand what actually happened here. Now, if you multiply here by 6 by 1.2, it will give you what? It will give you what? 60 grams. True or false? Yeah. Now, so we now have we have moved everything here to what? Glyco what? Gelatin. So if this is the base there, and this is the what will be displaced. Hope you know that this is now the glycogelatin base that will be displaced. It's no longer to more oil now. This 2.81 is the amount of glycogelatin base that will be what? Displaced. So if you now want to know the amount of glycogelatin base the amount of glycogelatin base that will be needed, you simply do amount of gelatin base needed is now equal to what? What? 60 what? 60 talk now. Minus what? 2 point what? What's the answer? Fifty-seven point what? 19 gram. This is the amount of what? Glycogelatin base. Sorry. Yes, amount of what? Glycogelatin base needed for the what? Suppository. Now let's write down the formula you use for the production. The formula will now be something like this. You have Niconazole what? Nitrate is equal to what? Is what? Niconazole nitrate is what? What's the amount? 3.75. Thank you. 3.75 gram. Glycogelatin base is what? Is what? Good. 57 point what? 19. 57 point what? 19. Okay, so then the total is what? The total is what? 60 point what? 60.94 what? Gram. Remember we prepared for what? 25 suppository. So what is the weight of one suppository? Weight of one suppository is now what? 60 point what? Gram divided by what? 20 what? What's the answer? 2.4 2.44 gram. 2 point what? 44 gram. This is the what? The weight of one suppository. Are we together? Remember I said I converted the mode, keep. Converted the amount displaced, keep. Now let's solve something else. Just do as if we are dealing with what? To woman oil to the end. Now multiply by 1 point. Let's see whether we can get the same answer, okay? Shall we? Let's just do it to the end and see whether we get the same answer. Can I clean here? Huh? Okay, remember. So where do we stop for theobroma oil? Where do we stop as the volume to be this person volume? The amount displaced. 2 point what? 2.34 gram, right? Good. So amount of, let's start from there, okay? Amount of theobroma oil. Displaced is what? 2 point what? 2.34 what? Gram. 2.34 gram. Now, this is the amount. Now, let's continue our solving, okay? And get to the final answer. Let's see whether, if you multiply by 1.2, what we are going to get, right? Good. All right, let's go. Let's go, okay? Let's go. So, remember, the mode when we assume that it's only glycogen, only to is what? 50 gram, right? So we now know the amount, the exact amount to be used is what? Amounts of what? Theobroma oil to be used or needed is now what? 50 gram minus what? 2.3 what? 4 gram. What's the answer? 47 point what? 47 point what? 66, right? Is this 666? But 66. Stop there. Gram. Or is it a calculator that's calculating this thing? 66 what? Can you use a calculator that will give you a larger distance? I want to check what follow that. 6 is what? Yeah, the odd. It's odd. For them what? Okay, this man was up here. Sorry, I thought you were doing division because he saw it's rare. It's not normal. I thought you were doing what? Division. It's not normal. If you play with your numbers, you know what I'm talking about. It's not normal to divide and see this thing. It will be recalling. Just keep going. That's where Mama. I forgot that this is minus. Thank you very much. So you go far. So here for 7 point what? 60 gram. Now let's check whether this is actually true. Multiply this by 1.2. See whether you can get 57.19. Multiply this by 1.2. You felt it, right? So you can decide to solve at the end, you convert. Or if you want to convert at the beginning, there, subtract. Anyone you want to do is okay. So you can keep that glycogen stop by the side, okay? Work as if you are dealing with what? Theobroma oil. At the end, you now use that relationship to move it to what? Glycogen. I think this one is safer, safe. I think this one is what? Safer. But why I pointed that out is because it has been established that when you are dealing with mold, that mold of 1 gram, what it actually means that is 1.2 for what? Glycogelatin base. The mold of 2 gram actually means 2.4 for glycogelatin what? Base. That's what I wanted to point out. Okay? And even I just saw that this, you will notice, you will note that point. Because if you go through some things with that, that's what they will tell you. Are we together? That's why I saw the first one. But if whether you are using that one or using that, you get the same what answer. So the amount of this is now what? 57.19. Even if you like divide this by 25. Hello. Even if you like divide this by 25 and get a figure and multiply it by 12 by 1.2, you still get this one. Okay? So the answer is, so let's go here now. Remember what the question says. What the question say? What the question say? No, I mean the question as in the main, as in the question now, not the whole thing. Can someone see out the main question for that? Can someone point out the question? What do I ask to find? Huh? So you don't know how to fish out the main points. All right, let me help you. Let me help you. Ndị amara ajụ question. Ndị amara ajụ question. Basically, what you are finding is what? The base, okay? The amount of the what? The base you need, okay? The amount of the base is what you are looking for. Am I getting? Yes. So the amount of the base is what? 57.19. That's the amount of the base you need for 25 what? Suppository. The amount of the base sufficient for the what? Of glycogen base for the 25 what? Suppository is what? Sorry, pastry is what? It's not a suppository now. It's what? 57.19 what? Gram. That's the answer. So this is just to get the amount of what? The weight of each of the what? Suppository. So the important thing is that if you understand this, there's no matter how the question is twisted, you can do what? Answer the question, okay? Some question will just ask you what is the weight of the suppository. Hello? Some question will just want you to determine the weight of the what? Suppository. Each suppository, period. That means you solve till this end. Am I completing? So I will ask you the amount of the what? Base needed. So someone ask you to provide a formula for the what? Formulation. See it here. So everything you need is where? Here. So no matter, that's why I said that if you understand the question, no matter if you understand what you've been doing since, no matter how the question is twisted, you can answer the question. So with this thing we did now, we glycogen base. Even if you see the one that has more than one ingredient, you can solve it. It's the same idea. Just that at the end you convert to what? Glycogen base. Solve as if you are working with what? Chiboma. Then at the end you convert to what? Glycogen base. By multiplying by what? 1.2. Simple. You get your answer. At this juncture, I will confidently, before heaven, before God and man, before this fan, before these chairs, before the air around here, before the spirit watching us, that I have done what I should do. to ensure I didn't leave any stone unturned in BT 152. So if you happily decide that you want to fail, I'll help you. Me, I will help you. So what am I saying? We have barely 1 month to exam, right? And we are done. So from now, henceforth, the next thing you will see is a topic for your what? Presentation. The next thing you don't worry, don't worry, don't worry. You can't. The next thing you will see will be topics for your what? Presentation. All the topics we did from the beginning of this semester till now, I'm going to split it. You have your own topic, you prepare. You come out here, we watch you. Huh? I'll cover you. I need to go back and look at it and score you now. If you don't want to do, you don't do now. Is it by force? Well, no, I can't post you now. What do I post you? I have important things to post in my. You beg me, if you beg me, I'll post you. Now see you. You beg me. Hello. If you beg me, and if I see you at work, if I see you at work, if you beg me one, then I look at your work. If it's worthy of being posting in my channel, I post. So before talking of posting, ask yourself this important question: is it even worthy? That thing you come out here to say, is it even worthy of being posted? So don't even go there whether you are posting. I'll cover you because I'll go back, watch you again before scoring you. Okay? Are we together? So that's the main reason why I want to cover it. I'll go back, sit down when the coast is clear, look at your work again, then score you properly. Then for posting, if you want me to post you, you tell me. I will now look into it whether I should post you or not. So don't even go there. You will apply for posting. You will apply for posting now. So that is even an issue. Don't be scared. So now, hello. So you see your what? The topics, depending on the nature of topics. Hello, you are making noise now. You don't see me again. Next thing you see me now, what do you do? I won't talk to you. Better people are listen to what I'm saying. I'm giving guidelines on how it will be. But after now, you don't see me here to come and be teaching. Today is we are into the course. No, but coming here again will be. I'll call you. Come out here. So better listen now. So that one is for the topics. Then another thing there is that you score. No, don't. Please, I will score your appearance. Listen carefully. I will score your what? Your appearance. Your appearance, I will score your appearance. So you should be neatly what? Dressed and properly what? Dressed. Then I will also score your confidence, your comportment. Am I communicating? There are some of you that will come and they say they are representative. You talk to you. It's all right. Keep it low. 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 And please listen. If we're gonna come on here, if we're gonna come on. Now listen. Listen. Your CA is what? 40%, right? Miss Mester has taken what? 2%. So everything we are doing here is under what? 20%. Both your quiz, your presentation. See, if you don't want to do, don't come. Don't do. If the mark is too small for you, as a big boy or big girl, don't do it. Leave it. After all, you can score. Sit over sitting in your exam and make it up. Okay? Simple. Don't be so. If it's too small for you, don't come, don't do it, leave it. My own just to come to that color and give you what? 0. I'm going my way. This life is so simple and sweet. Then if you want to do it, then listen. Listen so you can do it well, okay? Now. So you address your appearance, how you comport yourself, then also the content of what you are saying. Because you may comfortably come here and be talking nonsense. You may confidently come out and be talking nonsense. So the content of what you are saying will also be what? Scored. Am I communicating? Then your reactions to questions. If I ask you a question, how you're able to respond to the question, we also have his own what? Mark. How many things have I mentioned here? No, your quiz is your quiz. Wait, what did I say? Did I say is what? See, what's your issue? Go back, study. Okay? Study, okay? Now how I decide when to stop quiz. Are you with me? Also, say the day to your exam, the day quiz. Most of all, Iman the Megani, Ijebe, apply by force. Ologebo, study. Simple. Just study. He says, say what? He says, Keku. No, say it. Fifi, say it. She said what? He says, God bless you, go far. Why this life? You want this life is sweet. The one you cannot do what? The one you cannot do what? Leave it and do what? Go your way. But when the consequences come, don't blame anybody. Be happy. That is the decision you do what? But do you know the problem with human being? After taking that decision, when the consequences come out, you start looking for who to do what? Blame. This man is a wicked man. It's not true. You chose not to study. You chose to walk around the school. Then when you now fail, you push it to a person that is a wicked man. Nobody is wicked. It's you that is wicked. It's not true. Hello? Listen. Most people you say that are wicked, if you sit down on your own and examine objectively, examine your interaction with them, you realize that you here see yourself. You yourself no do well. But do you know the worst thing people can never do is to sit down and examine themselves. Human beings find it difficult to sit down and examine themselves first. before looking for who to do what? Blame. And the moment you start doing that, you're no longer at this level. Your level is high. If you are the type of person that whenever you have an issue with somebody, you sit down first and ask yourself, where did I go wrong? If you couldn't see where you go wrong, you will maybe ask somebody else, where did I do what? Go wrong. If you are not going to that level in life, you have not started. Because you keep having issues with people up and down. But if you sincerely look at it, you find out that you will start seeing where you did not do well. Then you put yourself in order. Before looking for, sometimes I say you may even see yourself going to a person to say, I'm sorry. Because you have examined yourself personally and see where you went wrong. So I used to tell my students, if you fail my course, you'll be doing mea culpa all the time. Mea culpa. Because I'll give you everything you need to do what? Do well. Mea culpa, mea maxima culpa. Yeah. Yeah. Candy. So nobody understands Latin here. You understand? Eh? Kedufa. Okuka. What is it? Mea culpa. God bless you. Still on me, yeah. Oh, more major. Oh, let me focus. Let me do what? Focus. Let me focus. All right, so we'll stop here. Please study, okay? Study. Have your timetable. Study. There's time for what? Everything. Yes, I'll do that. I'll send topics. I'll do that. That one is not an issue. Okay? So, all right, God bless you. See you when the thing will start.